So we begin with the Daily Mail, Steve.
Yeah, their front page, hunt for Titanic tourist sub. Their main headline saying, as rescue ships float above Titanic wreck, banging sounds are heard. US Coast Guard tells the world we always have hope.
Do you think the banging sounds are one of them's got his hands around the throat of the fella who built the thing?
Yeah. I mean, this is like an actual version of a stress dream I'd have. The idea of being enclosed. There's one of the images I was looking at today points out that only one of the people in there can stretch their legs out at a time. Oh. So you'd have to take it in turns. Horrific. Just to stretch your legs.
The dynamics of the individuals involved, obviously, there's a father and son. The fellow who's actually responsible for it, there's an inveterate adventurer who has been under enormous stressful conditions on a number of occasions, has made record-breaking sort of circumnavigations of the globe and so on. I mean, it feels so much like a film pitch, doesn't it? It's extraordinary. Horrific. And yet, of course, this is real-life people who are facing extinction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope Kate Winslet's OK.
Yeah. You've spent a bit of time underwater, haven't you, Dave? You used to be quite a keen scuba diver.
I was a PADI advanced diver until I had an accident and damaged the cochlea in my right ear. Which
feels quite trivial by comparison, but of course has been a long-term chronological. Would you say, I mean, do you have any notion of what it's like? Have you ever been stuck down? I mean, I know that people talk about horrific incidents in...
No. I know people who've served on submarines.
Right.
It's a weird thing because they have the latest technology in the world, but they can't get rid of wastewater because they're so deep down, so they don't wash. And they go out, they go for 6 months and they come back and they haven't washed in 6 months. There's 1 pint of water per person per day, which they use on tea, and they all stink.
I mean, I remember I've been on board a destroyer just outside the Falkland Islands once when I was doing some gigs out there. And that obviously doesn't go underwater. And I thought that would be just like a regular ship. But once you go below decks, that's very much like a submarine. It's incredibly densely packed with equipment.
After that gig, can you now not sweat?
Yeah, that's right, and I'm banned from Peterland Woking as well. It's all kind of weird. So, anyway, we obviously wish them well. Don't want to appear too facetious about it. But there is something, I mean, it is just so filmic and bizarre how extraordinary the ironies just pile up. You know, a ship gone down to gulp at the Titanic meets the same fate.